Hey everyone, Rhodes Perry here. Happy World Kindness Day. November 13th, we celebrate it every year to remind us to be kind. And 7 years ago today, I was reminded by my book publisher, Publisher Purpose Press. So, Jen Grace, thank you so much. Got a nice note from her saying, thank you so much for partnering with us to birth a book, and that is Belonging at Work. So 7 years ago today, this book that I'm holding in my hand was just an idea, and so much has shifted and changed over these 7 years, obviously, and yet this enduring message of belonging, I feel like it resonates more today. In a very profound way than ever before. People in the business community are fully embracing, number one, what it is and what it isn't, and really recognizing that this is not a nice to have, not something that we do after we're successful, really recognizing that it is that number one prerequisite required to experience business success, to experience human connection, to enhance employee well-being. And that's really what this was about. And I remember, I started my business 10 years ago. So this is our 10th anniversary. Started the business at the end of 2015. And in 2016 and 2017, I was deep in researching what workplace belonging really was. I leaned heavily on the academic work of John Powell and other leaders like him, to see how do I translate something from the academy, something from social justice worlds, and bring it into the business community in a way that can also show tangible business results so that there is a buy-in behind actually doing meaningful work that improves our experiences when we show up and do our work where we spend our best waking hours. And that's really what this was. Since that time, 4 years after publishing this in 2022, I was able to publish Imagine Belonging. And this was a follow-up book that I thought was very, very important because a lot of leaders at that time gravitated towards this concept of belonging, yet struggled with really clarifying that vision of the type of culture that in the future would have these elements of psychological safety and trust, the foundation for belonging. And in order to get there and to sustain transformational work, right, that doesn't happen overnight, doesn't happen in one speech. It's having that very clear target to move towards and to recognize when we go off path. So Imagine Belonging was really that book that was both helping leaders have a vision, understanding, a structural analysis of what oppression is, and what we can do to upend that form of oppression, like to transform systems that perpetuate workplace exclusion, that contribute to that $1 trillion problem of workplace exclusion that comes at an annual cost that most businesses aren't looking out for. So I thought that was really important. And what you're seeing behind me right now is a transformational outline. Thank you, AJ Harper, for the book Write a Must Read, because that creative process is fantastic. I'm now 40,000 words into a manuscript of Roads Less Traveled. This is a memoir and methodology guide to real transformation. And I'm writing this book because the one missing piece that I found is, now that we understand what belonging is, we have a vision for where we're going. There's a piece involved of who do we need to become to facilitate that transformation for ourselves, for our teams, for others that we might be leading, for the organization itself. We have to shift and have more capacity to be that person. And so I'm really excited for this book that is going to be available in 2026. And there's a couple of pieces that I'm including in the Substack post where this video is, and also I'm featuring this video in the Belonging Network newsletter that welcomes you into this process, this creative process. So if you're interested in getting some of the skills that will be available later next year, if you want them now, especially as you begin to imagine, okay, I'm reflecting on the year that I just had, and it was a year. It was a challenging year for some of us, right? Reflecting on that, and also envisioning, right, who do I need to be in this moment and in 2026 to meet this changing, collapsing world in some ways, right? And how do we become a more authentic version of who we are in this moment to start to dream up and then build possibilities in the vacuum of what once was. So if that sounds exciting to you, there's a couple of ways to connect to the content. Number one, these books, Belonging at Work, Imagine Belonging, they are going to be on sale from November 17th through December 8th, right? So if you've been thinking about these books or thinking about the concept and you don't have access to them yet, please take advantage of some of the flash sales that we're doing. So if you like ebooks, these books will be available at 99 cents. They're normally $9.99, so super accessible. If you, like me, like paper books so you can mark them up and leave notes on the margin, there's also on my website, if you want a signed copy of the book, you can order it with 25% off with the coupon codes that are included in these messages. A couple of other ways that you can connect to this new content. Number one, we still have our Belonging Coaching series. It's one-on-one coaching with me, and it's offered at a one-time low-cost discount for 10 sessions. So it's a 10 arc session that can happen between a 3-month or 6-month period. This is a great time to do it, right? Because you're going to have the support that you need to dream up who you want to be. This is not a New Year's resolution. This is something that's sustainable because you have me as your coach, your accountability partner, and your guide. So if that sounds exciting, definitely check that out now. There is an intake form available here. And I'd love to just have a conversation with you. If you've been thinking about coaching, you're not really sure, but you'd like to learn more, definitely fill out the intake and we'll have a discovery call. And if there's good chemistry, we work together, and if not, there's plenty of other resources that I can direct you to so that you can get the support that you need. Lastly, this is the most exciting thing, and it's more of a save the date, right? So there's nothing that you need to do other than on Wednesday, December 17th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time, and all other times, translate that. We are going to be doing an information session on a group coaching program exclusive that's going to be available in February. And that group coaching program is going to play around with content from this new book. Again, it's not going to be available till late June, early July. And in that group coaching program, you're going to be able to experience some of these practices with colleagues, with peers, so that you can begin implementing, becoming this kind of person, getting the kind of skill, building the somatic embodied practices that will allow you to be with what's coming your way without the need to react through life, right? And these are essential skills, in my opinion, in a world that is new. That in a world that all of the old ways, all of the things that we've seen in the past, that information, while helpful and interesting, may not be the information that's going to help us navigate these times. These skills will help us do that. So if that's something interesting, again, Wednesday, December 17th, I'll have more information about what the program will look like, how you can opt into it, lots of other ways to continue to work with us. So check out the full Substack post because there's more in that content than what I'm sharing here. And I hope to see you soon. There's lots of other ways to connect with us. So if you have something different, if you have a need, then go to rhodesperry.com/contact. That will immediately get you in touch with me and we can have a conversation. So with all of that, let's celebrate 7 years of belonging at work. Let's celebrate our belonging movement that we've been growing for 10 years and will continue to do so. And thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining us and growing our movement. All right, I'll see you soon. Take care.